So whatever, right? Before I get on Candace Owens, let me just say this. Candace Owens, when she came out on the conservative side, right? At the time, it was what we needed. Black people did need to hear a Candace Owens. I will never take that away from Candace Owens. I don't know what was the point of her doing it. I don't know if she was grifting then too, because right before she did that, she was a hardcore leftist, doxing people, everything, but whatever. People can change. This girl, she switched up really fast, but whatever. Maybe her switch up was necessary at that time to get a message out to people that, we've been doing it the same way for a long time and it's not working. So I respect that. And so I will say, I'll give her props. I'll give her props for that. But she is flip floppy. And I've already, before Steven Crowder happened, I've said this on my Twitter, but I don't, like, whatever. My platform is growing. All right. Hit the like button and subscribe. But she's flip floppy, So we're gonna go over her comments on the situation.
At the end of the day, I think what happened, this is completely my opinion, by the way, so I'm not blinking twice, I'm not under duress, is that Steven Crowder became a free agent and he's feeling a little vulnerable right now, right? He's used to working for other organizations. He has some guaranteed pay. And he thought that Daily Wire were actually going to meet him at $120 million. They didn't, they declined. And he's still feeling a little shaky on that. It's scary to go out on your own. I thought about it. I thought about going out on my own. It's a lot of work. Maybe down the line I will, but it's a scary thing to go out, to step out on your own and say, I'm going to do this thing completely by myself. As Jeremy pointed out, Steven's not done that before, right? And so to do this, he pulled a move in which he was going to try to take a bunch of people that were subscribed to the Daily Wire and start his own company. So essentially saying, I'm the hero, I'm the martyr, follow me because I'm not like those guys. And then he was going to start his own shop.
So I'm going to stop her right there. So this is the part where now I end up almost defending Steven Crowder. We don't know that that's what he was going to do. I'm sure that probably is right. Okay. I can assume that's what he was going to do, but don't say it like that's exactly what he was going to do. He didn't share his plan with you. People are like, oh, he registered his website before. Yeah, all right, because he knew he was going to do something. People plan ahead, whatever. It's not like it's not something you wouldn't do, though, so whatever. But okay, we don't know what he was going to do. He didn't share his plan with her.
I don't like it. It stinks to high heaven. And I'm calling you out on that because I think it was crappy that you threw mud on me. Did it the first time via a tweet a long time ago. You're not doing it a second time.
We're going to do it a third and fifth time. And you know what I mean? All of them, they all need to be called out. They do. They all need to be called out. I hold on to my thoughts. You're not going to catch me, especially in 2 weeks. I'm not saying I thought it was funny that happened to her, because I would hate for something like that to happen to me. I don't even want to go to jail in America, let alone Russia. Okay, but a thing happened and they weren't playing. It is simply the reality. So she said, here we go. The first tweet was from November 17th, 2022. Candace Owens. The Brittany Griner situation is positively heartbreaking. I would like to do everything within my limited capacity to help her. So I was like, huh? So I put, something's not adding up here. I will have to talk about I will have to talk about this too. I guess I must have been going live or something. Candace must think she has done something wrong by always keeping it real, no matter how harsh the truth was. Now she's trying to atone for a sin or something. So my thought was like, girl, you don't got to do all that. Like, just what is all this about? And then 2 weeks later, when the girl got out, she put, trading a top Russian arms dealer for a pot-smoking female basketball player is peak Western leftist philosophy. So I'm like, what? You just said that you was going to get the girl back home. And I don't want to hear the explanation, of, no, but she didn't mean that she probably meant that we didn't have to trade the deal. No. And then you call the girl a pot smoking female bad. Like, no. Now you got me sticking up for this girl here You do not say something out of compassion in one tweet, and then in the next tweet, you calling her names and saying that, this is weak. It was weak, by the way. It was weak, but that was what I was saying from the rip. Okay. I was like, what is this about getting her? There's a crime that was done. They felt like it needed to be paid. So when I saw that, I was like, I feel like I'm having whiplash or I'm in the twilight zone. I know I quote tweeted the same girl last month saying Brittany needed to come home. And so when I reposted, I was like, yo, Lo, y'all are too fake or confused for me. Real Candace Owens, please help me understand what changed today. I hope never to allow my ego to get the best of me. I must always continue to answer to God because that's the only way. My integrity means everything to me, and it does. It does. And that's what it means to be um, doing this on your own. I'm realizing like a lot of these people are in this for themselves, right? My whole move with that girl Casey Media is that I want to get the inconvenient truth out to people. I believe in informed consent about everything, not just, of course, the jab, right? But about everything. Like, yo, there's new laws coming out. There's new legislation. This is how it's going to affect you. And, and if you go back and you look at my catalog, I have done that about some of the bills that have come out. I'm getting ready to do it again. I've freed up some time, so I'm getting ready to do it again. Talked about the Inflation Reduction Act, trying to break it down. When my eyes were open in 2020, I was like, this is wrong that so many lies and so many things are kept from us that I want to be able to put out everything that I can put out. Right? No, I don't have these people's platforms, right? But I'm grateful for the one or two people who are watching, and you deserve the best quality of work that I can give you because you're taking your time out to watch and listen to me. These people have millions of followers, and instead of using that to inform people, and I'm not saying they never do, but really inform people about what's going on because there's so much going on. You can't cover it all. You can't. I know I can't. But these people have a conglomerate behind them that they could get people to do the research, like, yo, what bills came out, whatever. All right, on Mondays, we're going to do the new bills Mondays. You know what I'm saying? It's like, something, right? And they can inform people of so much that's happening while also connecting the pop culture to it. You have to make it fun. You do. I got to hand it to this girl because she talks about the Kardashians. She talks about all this stuff. So it is interesting to watch her channel. I do understand that. Like before, I stayed more science and political. I am adding the cultural topics too because the culture, it all bleeds in together, right? So they have this platform and then they just use it to get more attention on themselves. Like, and that's just really what it is. Like, and they throw little nuggets of information. Last month, was it last month or 2 months ago? There was this whole push. These conservative pundits are like done with Donald Trump. And I made a video about that. I said now the trend is like, oh, we don't like Donald Trump. And then Candace Owens who's saying, oh, that was mean that he treated his friend like that, this, that, and the third. Yeah, but you had Donald Trump on. That was supposed to be a friend. And you only, a lot of these people made it big on the back of that name. Okay. And you backed them up into a corner, okay, about the jab. Fine. You should ask him all questions, right? You should ask him all the questions. That's cool. Then some report comes out or whatever. Then you found out apparently that he was talking about you or whatever. He don't bang with you like that. And that was last year. And so you chose to tell us this, though. You said that the people should know how the president, the person who's supposed to be president, how he can, quote, conducts himself, right? Because it's so important. But you waited a year to tell us that, when he was already being scrutinized over the Ron DeSanctimonious thing or whatever, right? So, like miss me with all the good guys, bad guys. Miss me with all of this, really.